quest for common ground and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. It's like peanut butter and jelly. These two terms go together. There could not be a better conference theme for Governor Whitmer's last appearance at the Mackinac Policy Conference as the sitting governor, but I'm sure she'll be back. You don't have to look hard to see how Governor Gretchen Whitmer has practiced finding common ground. Governor Whitmer is a proud Democrat, but she has proven she continually looks past party affiliation to work on behalf of Michiganians. She worked with Donald Trump even after Donald Trump called her that woman from Michigan. She worked with Donald Trump to do important things like securing the funding for Selfridge Air Base, for securing funding for the terrible natural disasters that have afflicted this state. She did it, and she did it in spite of the fact that members of her own party criticized her for working with Donald Trump. But she has always held true that she doesn't work for the party, she works for you. I can't think of two people with more different personalities than the Speaker of our House, Matt Hall, and Governor Gretchen Whitmer. But they have found ways to work together on road funding, passing budgets. These two people on opposite ends of the political spectrum have found common ground. And of course, can you think of a governor that has been dealt a more difficult hand than Gretchen Whitmer over these last 7.5 years? COVID, natural disasters, threats on her life and her family's life. No one should have to go through that simply for wanting to serve the public. On education, she has been a leader, and we've been proud to partner with Governor Whitmer on accelerating the path for more Michiganians to go into post-secondary education, a skilled trade, a community college, or a four-year degree. Innovations like the Michigan Education Achievement Scholarship, Futures for Frontliners, Michigan Reconnect, all have made it easier for all of us, regardless of age, to finish our collegiate experience. And that makes us unique in the nation. In 2016, before Gretchen Whitmer was elected, the Detroit Regional Chamber was pushing for an education goal in this state. And that education goal was 60% of our adults in this state should have some sort of post-secondary credential by the year 2030, 60 by 30. Governor Gretchen Whitmer adopted that as our state goal shortly after she took office. And through all this, Governor Whitmer remains and has been one of the most popular governors in the country. Here she is, halfway through the last year of her second term, and we have one of the most popular governors in the country. That's incredible. Politicians generally lose popularity in their second term. This governor has increased her popularity in her second term over the first term by 13 points. We do a lot of polling, and that's a question we ask at least 4 times a year, and her numbers remain rock steady. And in my opinion, it's not because of she's a Democrat or whatever political moment of the day is. My theory is that we have a governor who's as authentic is. What you see is what you get with Gretchen Whitmer. She's a delight to be with, and she's a delight to work with. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer of the state of Michigan, my friend, Gretchen Whitmer.
Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. I am so thrilled to be here with you this morning. And Sandy, thank you for that lovely introduction. It is really an honor to serve as governor. Even on the hardest day, I'm grateful to be the governor of this phenomenal state that we all call home. And it's great to be back for my final Mackinac Policy Conference as governor. You know, I am going to miss this conference. Nothing beats the stunning views of the lake or the very important business that keeps us at the Pink Pony all night. And the smell of, well, you know what I'm talking about. This year's theme is the quest for common ground. And it kind of sounds like a Lord of the Rings movie, right? In all seriousness, it's a good idea. It's an important goal. And I want to thank the Detroit Regional Chamber and this year's conference chair, Bob Riney, President and CEO of Henry Ford Health System. And let's also make sure that we thank all the staff here at the Grand Hotel and who worked so hard to put this conference together. So a lot has happened since I was here a year ago when I saw you last. We negotiated the largest roads deal in Michigan history, securing an extra $2 billion every year to fix our state and local roads and make your drive smoother and safer. In last year's balanced budget, we cut taxes on tips and overtime and Social Security, and we protected Medicaid. We landed the largest economic development deal in Michigan history, putting us on the cutting edge of AI and creating thousands of good-paying jobs in Saline Township. We're on track to be the first place in North America to restart a nuclear power plant at Palisades. And soon we will open the Gordie Howe International Bridge. We also work together to upgrade Selfridge Air National Guard Base to prepare it for the new fighter mission, which we won after years of bipartisan work. And I hope you will all join us at a press conference later today on the porch. And statewide, we've seen crime and overdose deaths are down, and for the third straight year, Detroit's population is up. So, yes. So we've got a lot going for us. But the truth is we've got a lot of challenges too. We know that chaotic tariffs and costly Iran war are jacking up gas prices and making it harder for families to get ahead. Inflation has just hit a 3-year high. Consumer sentiment is down low at historic lows. And Americans are sick and tired of political division, harsh rhetoric, toxic algorithms that make us all angry or apathetic. And it's exhausting. But Michigan can offer a way forward. We know a thing or two about the quest for common ground. We're a purple state, like the purplest of all the swing states in the country. And so many of us come from bipartisan households, myself included. I've served as a legislator in a Republican-led House and Senate. I worked alongside a Republican House and Senate my whole time as governor. Yes, Democrats are in control of the Senate, but for the most part of it, I've had to negotiate with both sides of the aisle. I've signed over 1,600 bipartisan bills and 7 bipartisan budgets that have been balanced and almost always on time. This year we'll be a part of that majority, I'm confident. But I know what it takes to get things done. And my commitment has always been to the people of Michigan, to work together to make this a place where every person can succeed. This year, we all face a choice. And I know what you're saying, it's an election year, yes? But regardless of the choice that we make on our ballots, we must choose to make one another our priority, right? We must choose Michigan and show the world how we can work together to get things done. Over the next day and a half, let's keep this choice in mind and have productive conversations like Sandy mentioned.